What's the smartest thing I ever did that everyone said was ridiculous? Easy. My grandpa told me, buy broken houses nobody wants. Fix them slowly. People will always need a place to live. I was 23, had just gotten hired at an office job, and everyone around me was talking about moving into fancy apartments with pools and gyms. Rent was insane, but they didn't care. They just wanted something that looked good on Instagram. One Sunday, I went to visit my grandpa. He barely spoke during family lunches, but every time he did, it was something people remembered. That day, he walked me outside and pointed at an old little house at the end of the street. Broken windows, paint peeling, yard looking like a jungle. That place cost me $18,000 in 1982, he said. Sold it last year for $310,000. If you're patient, you'll never go hungry. I laughed at first. The house looked like it needed a miracle, not a new owner. But his words got stuck in my head for days. I kept thinking about them while touring expensive apartments I couldn't even afford without ramen noodles becoming my main diet. 2 weeks later, instead of signing a lease, I put all my savings into a tiny, worn-out house that looked like it should come with a warning label. My friends thought I had officially lost it. They said things like, "Bro, that place looks haunted. You're gonna spend your whole life fixing that. You could have had a rooftop pool." My parents were even worse. They kept asking if I understood how electricity worked, or if I planned on living without lights for the experience. And honestly, the first year was brutal. Leaking roof, old plumbing, floors that creaked like they were complaining about me. I'd get home from work, put on gloves, and spend the night watching tutorials while trying not to panic. My friends, meanwhile, kept upgrading apartments like they were changing outfits. New furniture, new gadgets, new bills. But slowly, very slowly, the house started looking alive again. I learned to fix drywall. I learned to paint straight lines. I learned that pipes have a personal vendetta against anyone trying to repair them. Every month, the place looked a little less like a disaster and a little more like a home. Then, the neighborhood changed. A new cafe opened. A park got renovated. A couple of tech companies announced they were building offices nearby. Suddenly, people were knocking on my door asking if I'd ever consider selling. One guy offered double what I paid. Another offered almost triple. I sold it. And with that money, I bought 2 more old houses, both in rough shape, both ignored by everyone else. Repeat the cycle. Fix, repair, sell. 3 years later, I owned 5 properties, then 8, then 12. My friends were still renewing leases and fighting with landlords about rent increases. One of them even had to move back home after his building got bought by a big company. And me? I'm renovating house number 17. Last week, one of the same friends who told me I was crazy sent me a message saying, "Bro, can you help me buy a house like you did?" I just smiled, because Grandpa was right. There will always be new apartments, but nobody is building more land.